Now, what kind of emergencies we can see in India under our constitution? So, there are three types. Article 352 is for the national emergency, right, which was imposed by the Indira Gandhi government and also imposed in 1962 during China war and 71 during the Pakistan war. So, national emergency under Article 352 is imposed on these grounds, like three grounds are there. So, it can be imposed because of war or external aggression or armed rebellion. Earlier, this term was internal disturbance in the constitution, but by the 44th Amendment 1978, 44th Constitutional Amendment 1978, the term internal disturbance has been changed to armed rebellion, right? So, and this has been done because the imposition of emergency by Indira Gandhi government was seen as an abuse of executive power, right, which the conditions were not that for imposition of emergency. So, just to make sure that no future government can take advantage of or can declare emergency because of its own reasons, own vested interest, the term has been changed from internal disturbance to armed rebellion in the constitution under Article 352. This is also something important which can be asked in exam. Then the next type of emergency given in our constitution is under Article 356, which is known as President's Rule. This article is often in news, and the abuse of this article has been a cause of serious concern, and there have been various court judgments, one very important being the judgment in S.R. Bommai case, where Supreme Court came down heavily on political parties misusing, the ruling parties misusing this article for their own vested interest, right? So, the Supreme Court has said that any imposition of President's Rule we can judicially review, right? So, President's Rule is imposed under Article 356, and basically it is imposed because of failure of constitutional machinery in the state, right? Or another reason can be failure to comply with union government's directions, that is given in Article 365. But this will happen under Article 365, but President's Rule will be imposed through Article 356 only, right? So, 356 is President's Rule in the state. National emergency, national emergency can be imposed in entire country or a part of the country or part of a state, right? So, that flexibility is there. The third type of emergency in our constitution is given under Article 360. It is financial emergency, and this is imposed when threat to financial stability or credit of India or any part thereof is seen by the President.